I had no idea when I stepped into that dog grooming shop in June of 2011 I would be walking out with a piglet, or that I would be starting my incredible journey. I had no idea Mo was but a few days old because I was told 6 weeks and weaned. The next day at the vet, I was told he was neither. We lived the next few months of our lives in 4 hour increments, as this was the only way to ensure his survival. I had no idea Mo would get this large. I was told he would be about the size of a Cocker Spaniel. But at 1 year, he was over 60 pounds. And now at 4, he's just under 200. I had no idea on the 11th of May 2012 I would come home to a front porch covered in blood and no pig. My husband and I searched. We called the police, we called friends. Mo was nowhere to be found. I had given up. Our dog, Rats, well, they had been best friends since day one, and Rats was acting very strangely. While my husband and I sat there numb, our friends followed the dog. We heard, "I found Mo." There was my pig running towards me, one ear totally gone and the other bloody and flapping in the wind. The vet arrived a bit after midnight. She took one look at Mo and asked me if I wanted her to put him down. I was in shock. "Put him down? Is he that bad?" I asked. I was told no, but it was going to be expensive and there was a good chance of his dying from shock. 4 hours and $1,000 later, she left. For the next 5 days, Mo did go in and out of shock, but by the end of a week, he was well enough for his second surgery, then his third, then his fourth, then his fifth and final. He survived at a total cost of $5,274.39, but he survived, and he could hear. It was 6 months later the vet's first words really hit me. "Do you want me to put him down?" I couldn't sleep thinking about how others would need to say yes to that question. Not out of a lack of love, but a lack of funds. When I awoke on the 13th of September, my husband asked, "Well, sweetheart, what do you want to do for our anniversary?" I told him, "Start a pig charity." Later that day, I had filed my paperwork to become a not-for-profit corporation in the state of South Carolina. Mo Money for Pigs was born. Now let me back up a bit. Several months before this, a pig named Buttercup was in a pet contest. When I saw that photo, it was love at first sight. Her mom, Brittany, and I became close friends. Later, when Buttercup got into some rat bait, Brittany and I became closer. It was at this time she enlisted my help in working together to shut down a horrible pig rescue in upstate South Carolina, Happy Hooves. Brittany is very well known in the pig community and held with great esteem, so I was quite honored that she asked for my help. When I told her that I had started a pig charity, she jumped in completely to help in any way possible. Our initial fundraiser netted enough money to have Hickory, pulled from a shelter in Virginia, get him neutered, chipped, and placed in their forever home. We had enough to get Geronimo's tusks trimmed as they were starting to grow through his lip, and enough to pull Stevie from a kill shelter to put him in a rescue. Not bad for an unknown charity only a month old. Mo Money for Pigs went on. We sent money for food and bedding when 100 pigs were moved from a hoarder to a rescue in Florida. We paid the bills for an MRI and a wheeled cart for a disabled pig at Galistar Therapeutic Whiting, as well as helping many other pig rescues all over the U.S. We went 50-50 with many owners to get sprays and neuters. If we heard of a pig in need, we were there to do what we could. Now, I didn't want Mo Money for Pigs to be just another animal charity asking for money all the time. I wanted to build a community, a family, with a bond of love between us. I needed Mo Money to give as well as get. The idea for weekly auctions was put into action. Mo Money for Pigs would auction one item for one day, all pig related. Some of the items would be purchased, some I would make. This was very well received. I was humbled at the support and the generosity of others. Like one woman. paying $90 for a pair of lounging pants I had made and a shirt I had purchased at the total cost to me of about $18. My first thought, is she daft? Then I found out, no, she wasn't. Just a heart of gold. This was the start of one of the deepest friendships I have ever known and led to our Angie being a founding board member of this charity. The weekly auctions went on. Donations were coming in. Mo Money for Pigs had a growing family with the love of pigs bringing us together as I had hoped. It was right here in this home several of us came together for the first time. Paperwork was signed to take Mo Money for Pigs to the next level by becoming a federally recognized tax-exempt charity, and I assure you, we still had enough time for some fun. The numbers of pigs we helped continued to grow. We gained the respect of individual pig owners as well as rescues, both in the States and internationally. We were approached by a pig rescue in South Africa. I knew I needed to see firsthand where they were and where they needed to be. Me and Angie packed our bags and headed to this first pig rescue of South Africa, Pigs and Paws. I expected the standards were going to be below what was acceptable. But Angie was not quite ready for the conditions as they were a bit rustic. But she carried on in true British fashion with strength and grace. We dug in to help them. Holding pens for new rescues and for those needing specialized medical care were built. I met with the vet to initiate a neutering program and to share medical knowledge common in the U.S. but not known in Africa. Plans for other much-needed improvements were made. We left there dirty and exhausted, but I am proud to say that today Pigs and Paws has made major improvements across the board, and the lives of over 200 pigs has improved over 200-fold. We have partnered with Esther's Army, a pig advocacy group in Canada. Mo Money for Pigs has become a name people can trust, a name to run to in the darkest of times when all hope seems gone. Together, our family makes miracles happen. With more pigs came the need for more money. We have expanded our auctions to include large quarterly auctions, such as the first annual Yule Hog auction this past December and the first annual Q-Pig auction of February. 100% of these profits going to well-established sanctuaries such as the Pig Preserve in Tennessee and Last Chance Ranch in Southern California. Our summer auction will benefit at Lasta Home Sanctuary in Texas. After that, we will turn our efforts towards the smaller, unknown rescues and to those rescues just starting out. I invite you to join the family and be part of this journey. You can find us on Facebook at Mo Money for Pigs. Share our triumphs and sadly, sometimes our losses, because that's what families do. Saving a pig will never change the world, but that world is going to change for that one pig.